board should take action, but when I thought about it a little bit more, I didn't want to put the board through a divisive battle, basically. And I also got something from the Illinois Park District magazine. I don't know, does everybody get this?
Yes.
Did anybody look at the section on page 19 about censure? And so, just in thinking it through a little bit, I put on the agenda, when I asked that item to be put on the agenda, as a discussion.
So what you'd like to discuss?
I want to discuss it, if that's okay.
Please.
So, and it says discussion of Commissioner Coyne's comment on Facebook and at the July 13th City Council meeting. So, somebody else changed it to say, in these minutes, censor of board member Dan Coyne. I did not include that.
That's what passed out at the meeting last month.
That's what I talked about last month, but that's not what I wanted on the agenda this month. Am I making myself clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I asked to be a discussion. I did not ask for it to be a censure.
You did last month ask this board to censor Dan Coyne this month.
But
You said that last month.
I said that last month, and as I just said, I gave it some thought, and I didn't want to put the board in the position of a more divisive conversation. And I also read this, and I wanted to get to the last point, basically, of what this, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. The last point, and when you think about a censure, you know, there's a process to go through, and it's like more complicated. You have to have some protocol. You have to have, how are you going to do that? I think that's a time that we would not be well spent. But it does, the last point is include a plan for resolving differences. And it says after adoption of the censor. But since I'm not going to make a motion to censor, I'd like to discuss those two items that we talked about last month, or that I brought up. And one was the Facebook post that you put on, you know, with a number of accusations against me that were false. Things that I said or did, and they were false. And I simply asked, would you remove that from the public domain? And I realize you have a right of free speech, and you can put anything you want out there. But as a board member, as a professional courtesy to five of us who are trying to work together, why wouldn't you remove that, knowing that much of it was not true? And the other item was, so you can answer that, and you can tell me whatever you feel is appropriate.
Keep going.
I'm going to let you answer.
Please finish your second question.
It's not a question, it's just the same comment I made last month. I felt like as a responsible elected official, it's inappropriate to go to the city council meeting and insult the city manager and our alderman, one of the aldermen in the Ridgeville Park District. The whole city council knows, Dan, that you're a member of Ridgeville. So there's some concern by those city council members, I would think, that maybe you're speaking for Ridgeville. When clearly you weren't, you didn't say you were, but they know you're a Ridgeville Park District board member. So I would ask that as a decent human being that I know you are, that type of behavior is not appropriate for a board member.
In fact, it was indecent, it sounds like.
I think it was rude and
I appreciate you telling me I'm indecent, Patrick. That's really helpful in what we're trying to do.
Well, again, I'm not asking for a censor. I'm giving you the chance to respond and say,
You're giving us a chance to discuss it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, you have a chance to respond.
One, I'd be happy to talk about Park District anytime. What I do as a citizen is not the Park District's business per se. It shouldn't be part of this board meeting. I would be very happy to sit down with you, and I told you this last month, to talk. In fact, for 3 years I've been trying to sit down with you and talk, because you and I have a lot of differences. Be happy to. My house, your house, coffee shop, doesn't matter, over a beer, tea, I don't care. I do think we need to talk. You know, not like this, in a public meeting like this.